DR650 versus DRZ400, which should you buy? I'm gonna go through some ups and downs, some sideways, some whys, some why nots. Before we begin, I own or have owned both bikes. I owned the DR650 for 2 years, got plenty of experience on highway, off highway, in sand, in mud, in snow, single track, double track, what have you, on both bikes. Somewhat dangerous. Let's try it. Not bad. I couldn't get any speed to jump it because I was spinning like crazy, but not bad. So back to the topic at hand. The DR650 versus the DRZ400. Which should you buy? Well, I guess my question is, what do you plan on doing with it? Are you going to be riding very, very long distances on the highway at 80 miles an hour? Are you going to be doing trails like this that are intermediate or maybe even more advanced? These are all relevant questions that you need to ask yourself. The biggest thing though is before we even get into it, I wanted to say, you know, you can't really go wrong with either bike. Both bikes are very, very reliable, very tough. They have a huge aftermarket support for parts. They have a huge following. But let's start off with the basics. Which bike is a better dirt bike? Well, the DRZ400 is going to be a better dirt bike, hands down. And unfortunately, this is why I traded in my DR650 for a DRZ400, because I ride a lot more off-road than I do on-road highway touring. Now, for on-road highway touring, the DR650 is going to be better, hands down. Man, I almost didn't make it up that hill there. Both bikes are actually going to get about 50 to 60 miles per gallon on the highway. The more you tune the car, put bigger jets in them, of course the mile per gallon goes down. The main problem I see with the DRZ400 so far when it comes to highway is it doesn't have a 6th gear, and it's geared really freaking low. So you're sitting at high RPMs at 70 miles an hour. If I had to take a guess, you'd probably be looking at probably about 7,000 RPM, which, don't get me wrong, the bike can handle all day long just fine. It's just, you kind of feel like you're stressing the motor, and it kind of feels a little buzzy. I wanted to get a picture for the thumbnail of this video. And also, if you're interested, Gladius John on Instagram and Twitter. So this will be up there. Nice little jump there. That was a whole lot of fun. Now let's go hit up some more country roads so I can finish this vlog up. Back there on those trails, the DRZ400 takes the win. And hands down, will take the win all day long. The DR650 is capable of that, but not at any kind of speed unless you do heavy modifications to the bike. The thing about these two bikes is once you get them, you'll quickly realize that neither of them are going to stay stock. And you can mod them either way. I can mod the DRZ to be more touring friendly. I can mod the DR650 to be more dirt bike friendly. It's all about money and time. It's really what it boils down to. One thing I would like to mention about the DR650, the more miles I put on it, the seat broke in, but it was still harsh as hell and very uncomfortable. The DRZ400 does have a skinnier seat, and when you first buy it, the seat hurts your ass. Like, it really hurts your ass. I've got, I believe, 700 miles on this DRZ now, and the seat's comfortable. I can't believe it. It's like it broke in just right. It almost feels like my old gel seat on the DR650, if you can even believe that. I know it's hard to believe, but it truly is. I'm so freaking lost in the country, it's not even funny. Oh yeah, which one wheelie's better? The DRZ400, hands down. If wheelies are important to you, buy the DRZ400. End of discussion. Where were we? Ah, fuel tank. Fuel tank in this is tiny as fuck. I don't know the exact measurements offhand on my mind while I'm recording this video, but I'll definitely put them up on the screen. Everybody that ends up buying a DR650 goes, oh, I need to get an IMS or a Safari tank. Nah, not really. Not compared to the DRZ400. This thing's like it's got a fuel thimble, man. I'm telling you, it's terrible. What I want to do real quick is give you a quick comparison as far as power, mod for mod. When I did the DR650 0 to 60 video, I had the same mods done. FMF exhaust, header, jet, airbox cut. So mod for mod, these bikes are the same. I'm going to show you side by side from an old footage I have of the DR650. So we're going to go ahead and start this here anytime now. There you have it. Can the DRZ, you know, ride the highway like the DR650? So I'm going to give you a couple quick examples of that real quick. Here we go, an indicated 60, let's see here, an indicated 65. Listen to the engine. Let's get up to 70. Right at 70 here, this is where the two start to separate. The DR650 is humming along quite nicely. The DRZ400 is definitely getting stressed, if you hear it. Can it take it all day? Yes, but now let me show you where they separate completely. 75. Listen to that engine. That's as fast as you really want to hold the DRZ400 all day long. It could probably take 80, but the DR650 is plenty happy at 85 all day long, not stressed. My best advice for anybody looking at the DRZ400 or DR650 and trying to decide which one to buy is figure out what you're going to do and go with your gut and stay that way. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. When it comes to the seat height of these two bikes, yes, the DRZ400 is taller, but it sits skinnier in between your legs, your inseam. The DR650 is much wider and is much heavier of a bike. Do not let the seat height scare you away from purchasing the DRZ400. I did, and I ended up losing a lot of money because I traded my DR650 in for a DRZ400. Okay, don't be like me. Even though I'm glad I got that experience, and probably at the time I didn't know what type of riding I was going to do. So buying the DR650 made me appreciate that, and also I kind of figured out who I am, if you will. If you're thinking about doing any kind of intermediate trail at all, get the DRZ400. If you're thinking about doing light trail and highway commuting at 75 miles an hour for the majority of your time, get the DR650. I really appreciate you guys watching, and I hope I helped your decision any at all, give you some of my insight. Yes, I'm slightly more towards biased to the DRZ because of the riding style that I do. However, I'm a Suzuki fanboy, and I would say either or is a great choice. There are quite a few other factors I didn't mention in this video. If you have any questions, any concerns, comment section, definitely hit me up. No problem at all answering questions. Like I said, I appreciate your time, and please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Catch you guys later. Peace. I was wondering why I was getting squirrely. So this is sand. That's interesting. Okay, so this looks like a little mini jump, but the problem is they got sticks and shit on the landing. Fuck it, here we go. Oh yes, my favorite, ruts. Ruts. Rats. I got some ruts. That's why I hate ruts. Because the bike will go wherever the fuck it feels like going.